Howdy, howdy. How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to CardboardSim. Get some air in here. Lord have mercy. Oh, how's everybody doing? Things set up. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late here. Just trying to work on something real quick to make sure everything was good to go. Okay, so we have a long flight today. So I'm not expecting everybody to be with me the whole time. But I gotta fly this leg because it's setting me up. That's why I was saying I was dreading the Texas run because there's just no way around it. I mean, I could either start, I could hop into Texas on the short route, but I'm still gonna end up having a long route. Come tomorrow when I go to Oklahoma. So I figured I'd go ahead and get the long leg out of the way. So today is 310 nautical miles. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, but I'm gonna get it done one way or another. So I'm having yet again issues, and I think it's due to this beta update for Air Manager. One tablet is working and the other one just keeps seeming to keep. Are we working now? Oh, okay, cool. So I just need to reset. Cool. I was having issues with that earlier. Alright, so let's get some beacon and nav going. And let's get some ATIS going. 1249.
Grants delivery on 127.4. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Lakefront Airport, information Kilo. 0153 Zulu. Wind 120 at 3. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3014. Arriving and departing runways 18 right, 36 right, 9er. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 127.4. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Kilo. Okay. We got Kilo. Alright, Kilo.
Archer 86 November readback correct. Expect runway 18 right. Contact ground on 121.7.
Ground 117. Ten runway 18 right. Ground up 117. Ready to taxi 18 right.
Archer 86 November contact ground on 121.7 for taxi.
Lakefront clearance. Mooney 123 Mike Charlie requesting VFR flight following from Lakefront to Alexandria International on 4,500 with Kilo.
Mooney 123 Mike Charlie Lakefront clearance cleared to Alexandria International on departure. Maintain VFR at or below 4,500 feet. Departure on 133.15, squawk 5212. Expect runway 09er.
Cleared to Alexandria International on departure. Vacate VFR at or below 4,500 feet. Departure 133.15, squawk 5212. Expect runway 90. Mooney 3 Mike Charlie.
Mooney Tree Mike Charlie readback correct. Expect runway 9er. Contact ground on 121.7.
Lakefront clearance. This
Oh my
is
goodness.
Citation 84 Juliet with India, looking to pick up our IFR clearance to KBCU.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Lakefront clearance, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is looking to pick up a VFR flight following to Tyler Regional, and we have Kilo at 4,000 feet.
Golf 5 Papa India Oscar with VFR flight to
Just gonna step
Kilo
over me like
Golf
that.
Alpha Oscar, information India. Roger, clear for VFR. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet, departure on 133.15, squawking 3322.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, lakefront clearance cleared VFR to Tyler Regional. Maintain VFR at or below 4,000 feet. Departure on 133.15, squawk 5734.
Clear the VFR to Tyler Regional. Maintain VFR at or below 4,000. Departure on 13315. Squawk 5734. Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, readback correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready.
Switching to ground. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Good evening, Val. How's it going? Trying to get this thing off the
Bonanza
ground.
4 Romeo Papa, contact ground on 121.7 for further instructions.
Switching to ground. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa.
Repeat, departure on 133.
I think that's what I said the first time. Alright, cool. Lakefront ground. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is at GA. Ready to taxi.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, lakefront ground, taxi to runway 9er via Delta, cross runway 09er, then Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 36 left, then Alpha. Contact tower on 118.905 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 9 via Delta, cross runway 09er, then Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 36 left, then Alpha. Contact tower on 118.95 when ready for departure. That's 424 Romeo Pop. Okay, so we gotta, going to 9.
Piper 1 Golf Juliet Roger I will coordinate with the appropriate services for
See what we got
helicopter
going on
transport
here.
into the city. Stand by for further instructions.
Via Delta.
Lakefront ground, Piper 1 Golf Juliet. I'm also going to need a suitcase full of cash to be able to spend while I'm in the
Cross
city.
9, then Foxtrot.
Piper 1 Golf Juliet. Say again, your last transmission, please.
Disregard last, Piper 1 Golf Juliet.
Cross 36 left. Then Alpha to 9. Okay. Alright. Let's get this thing rolling. Some taxi lights. Let's check surfaces real quick. I think it's good there. Alright.
Ground, Vector 1 Papa Hotel Romeo. We taxi to General Aviation. We're just parking now, and thanks for the ATC.
Okay. Had to get comfortable real quick.
1 Papa Hotel Romeo, lakefront ground, roger. Taxi to General Aviation parking via Bravo. Have a great day.
Flat ground, roger. We are now parked, and we are shutting down. Have a great day. Take from ground.
What in the world?
Charlie Bravo. Request via offense to Kilo Golf, Papa Tango.
Brakes are good. What's going on here? Oh Lord, it's a long flight today.
Cessna 9er 902 Charlie Bravo, lakefront ground squawk 6544. Expect runway 9.
So
Information whiskey is current.
we gotta go Delta.
Expect runway 9.
Alright.
Information whiskey is current. Charlie Bravo.
Oh,
Cessna
nice.
2 Charlie Bravo, expect runway 9 information whiskey.
You probably done
is current.
knocked out all the career mode already, huh?
Lakefront ground. Cessna 2 Charlie Bravo. Ready to taxi.
Okay.
Archer 86 November, cross runway 9er. Archer 86 November, roger.
Lakefront ground. Cessna 2 Charlie Bravo. Holding short off runway 36 right. Need to cross through taxiway.
Yeah, I hear
Bravo.
that, man. It's just getting started.
Bravo, continue taxi to runway 9er. Contact tower on 118.905 when ready for departure.
Continue to taxi runway 9 for Charlie Bravo.
I'm just waiting on Air Manager.
New Orleans Lakefront ground process of T3 Golf is at the general aviation ramp. Request.
Once I get Air Manager for 24, we are up and running. So,
Lakefront ground. Cessna 2 Charlie Bravo. Ready to taxi.
all right. Landing license strobes. We are clear right.
Cessna 2 Charlie Bravo,
Clear
taxi to
left.
runway 9er via Bravo contact tower on 118.905
I know you see me.
when ready for
I
departure.
know you see me.
Taxi to runway 9 via Bravo. Contact tower 2 Charlie Bravo.
Comanche 70 Delta taxi to runway 36 left at your discretion. Contact tower on 118.95 when ready for departure. Taxi 36 left at our discretion. Tower on 118.95 when ready for departure. Comanche 70 Delta.
Lakefront ground, Mooney 123 Mike Charlie, holding short runway 36, ready to cross.
Mooney Tree Mike Charlie, cross runway 36 right, then continue taxi via Bravo, hold short of runway 9er.
Cross 36 right, then continue taxi on Bravo, hold short runway 9er. Mooney 3
clear.
Mike Charlie, thank you. Lakefront ground, Mooney 123 Mike Charlie, holding short runway 09, ready to cross.
Ground. Citation Lima 76 request taxi to parking.
Citation Lima 76, lakefront ground, taxi to parking via hotel, cross runway 36 right, then Charlie East. Have a good day.
Taxi to parking via hotel cross runway 36 right, then Charlie East. Thank you.
1895.
Lakefront ground, mate.
Lakefront Tower, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is at runway 9er, ready for takeoff.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Lakefront Tower, runway 9er, winds 120 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa.
1.7.
All right. Hey, Sess, how's it going, buddy? We're about to get this thing off the ground.
Lakefront Tower.
It's gonna be a long one for me tonight. It's about to be a long one.
Comanche
All right, first
7791
nice
Papa,
flaps.
Lakefront Tower, winds 211 at 14, runway 27, cleared for takeoff. After takeoff, fly runway heading until reaching 5500.
All right,
Proceed on course.
let's ride.
Lakefront Tower, Comanche 70 Delta, hold me short, runway 36 left, ready for departure.
Comanche November 70 Delta, lakefront tower, runway 36 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 36 left, Comanche 70 Delta.
Here it coming up.
Comanche 70 Delta, contact departure on 133.15. Have a good evening.
Lakefront Tower, Skyhawk 105 in Lima uniform. Request closed traffic 27.
Skyhawk 5 Lima uniform, runway 27 left, closed traffic approved, winds 315 at 10. takeoff.
Negative. Lakefront Tower, Skyhawk 105, leaving uniform, is 3 miles north of the field. Request landing 27, close traffic. Lakefront Tower, Skyhawk 105, leaving uniforms on left downwind 27.
Bonanza 8 Bravo Sierra. Welcome to Lakefront. Contact ground on 121.7.
See you later, Lakefront.
Piper 6126 Papa checking in at midpoint for the right circuit for runway 36 right.
I hear you, Sess. That's right. Y'all got, you said what, two or three left?
Final, Piper 26 Papa.
Piper 26 Papa, runway 36 right, continue in the right pattern. Report when on final.
Archer 86, November, contact departure on 133.15.
133.15, 86 November.
Lakefront Tower, Comanche 91 Papa, inbound, full stop landing with information.
Departure, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is through flight level 2,300 for 4,000.
Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa, New Orleans approach, radar contact.
Okay.
Approach Nire off Whiskey, radio check.
Medevac 289er, are you roger?
Approach Medevac 289 off Whiskey, have a quick
Alright,
standing
taxi
by.
lights,
We're going to
landing
go
lights are
straight in
off.
on visual to the airport.
Flaps are up, gear
Approach
is up,
Medevac 289 off
good.
Whiskey, have equipment standing by, please.
Going to 290, JetBlue 3 Juliet Bravo. Going to 4.7, Juliet Bravo.
JetBlue 3 Juliet Bravo, maintain flight level 290.
Let's go nav.
New Orleans departure, Medevac 289 off Whiskey 5000.
Medevac 289er, AW New Orleans, departure radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70. Fly heading 055 vectors to Cat 11. Stay at 220 knots until reaching flight level tree 70.
New Orleans approach, good morning, Medevac 289 off Whiskey 5000.
Medevac 289er, L, roger. United 699, New Orleans approach radar contact. Fly heading 254 vectors to JPEG, then own navigation. Keep it at 230 knots until reaching 320.
3 to go. Yeah, you getting now.
Fly heading 254 vectors, JPEG, then own navigation. Keep at 230 knots until reaching flight level 320, United 699.
I appreciate that, Sess.
2003, climbing 4,000.
Archer 41, 86 November, New Orleans approach vectors to reserve. Then own navigation.
Alright, y'all. Yep. What it do, bunny?
Skylane 4 Juliet Whiskey, New Orleans departure, roger.
Hey, who gonna rock with me on this long ride? I got 303 nautical miles to go. So as of now, we're looking at about hour 48 minutes. We are headed over to Tyler, Texas. I told y'all that Texas was gonna be a long ride.
Do you require any further assistance?
So
270, maintain 2000 and not time.
there's only gonna be a couple of these, I think, though. I'm trying to keep everything, you know, around that hour for the most part, flight time. But I got time tonight, so
United 1805, New Orleans approach.
Sounds good,
radar
Seth.
contact. Turn left heading 255 vectors to JPEG, then own navigation.
so how everybody doing? Everybody got 2024 off the ground? Y'all having any issues still?
United 1805.
Mine is running good
When you're ready,
for the time
contact
being.
Houston on 132.65.
Every day it seems to be getting better. I'm just, like I said, I'm just waiting on Air Manager to catch up with the program.
Approach medevac
And
289er, would you have equipment standing by?
I'll be good to go.
Medevac 289er AW equipment will be standing by as requested.
Approach 9er, Whiskey request to go straight in for runway 20
I
at
will,
New Orleans International.
I mean, I will probably do
Medevac 289er ADU cleared straight in for runway 20 at New Orleans International.
some videos with 2024. I probably won't stream with it.
Departure, good afternoon. This is Golf 1568 Sierra Charlie. Looking at taxi to runway
Yeah, I probably won't stream with it until I can actually,
Skyhawk 553
until everything is ready to go. But I will do, like I said, you know, a few videos here and there just to kind of give my 2 cents in. Try to want to, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon like everybody else, but you know, I know people are trying to see, you know, what the sim, not necessarily mine, but what 2024 can actually do. And so they're YouTubing the mess out of everybody right now to see what FS 2024 look like.
New Orleans altimeter 29991.
29901, Twin Cessna 23 Golf.
Twin Cessna 23 Golf radar contact. Altimeter 29991.
Oh, that's what's up.
VFR at or below 5,500.
Tell Glenn I said what's up, and good luck on the stream testing. Yeah, I definitely like to get in on some of his as well. I need to find out what his YouTube channel is.
American 452, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, American 452.
Hey Val, what kind of career mission you doing tonight? That he does, sis. That he does. I don't know the first thing about flying no helicopter. I have an understanding of how to operate one. Ain't my thing.
Climb and maintain 5,000. Fly heading 026, vectors taking you. Afternoon, New Orleans departure, Delta 273, 3,200, climbing 5,000.
Delta 2783, New Orleans departure, roger.
Yep.
American 452, climb and maintain
This is,
flight level 260.
Well, not doing too bad. I mean, we got a 3-knot tailwind right now.
Departure.
I wonder what winds are. Let me check winds.
Southwest 770, New Orleans
See
departure,
if I can
go ahead.
get in some.
Request radar services.
Bluebird 770, squawk 5542 and ident.
Sightseeing missions. Nice.
Southwest 339er, Tree New Orleans approach, roger.
New Orleans approach, Southwest 339.
I think that's what everybody do. I don't know. I mean, well, I won't say that was my initial flight. I mean, I guess my initial flight really was my home turf, but not so much sightseeing. It was just taking off and seeing how the sim performs, and you know, seeing how much of an upgrade it is from 2024. I mean, from 2020. But I did take back off eventually and shot across my city and looked around to see if anything's changed, you know, what's different. And my house is still there. House is there, all of my schools are there, the mall, everything is right where it needs to be.
New Orleans approach, radar contact, clear direct LFT. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Jump direct LFT, climb and maintain 10,000 feet on 635 Papa Golf.
Oh, you scuba dive? I've never scuba dived before. but I could snorkel like crazy. A lot of snorkeling. I did a lot of snorkeling over in Guam. I did a TDY over there for 4 months years ago, and yeah, that wasn't really work. That was really 4 months of just living life, more like a 4-month vacation. Well, congratulations, Val. Loading up a 700 nautical mile Ecuador to Colombia in the PC-12. Ferry flight, nice. And I thought my 300 nautical mile run tonight was long. God almighty. But I mean, 700 nautical miles in a PC-12, that'll take you what, maybe 5 hours? 4 or 5 hours?
Over to 123.85 for 8 Whiskey Papa.
Oh, I could imagine. I had thought about it. As a matter of fact, when I was in, where was I at? I think it was in Guam. I had the opportunity to take my, get scuba certified, and yeah, my brain goes further than what the eyes can see. And this may sound funny, but I don't know, for some reason in my mind, I'll be the one to go scuba diving and my tank explode, or I see a shark and spaz out and forget to decompress, or whatever it is you do trying to come up and drown. Like, nah. I'll stay above the water. Oh, you scuba dive too, Seth? Yeah, see that right there, great white. I watch Jaws. I see what happens. That ain't my thing. What's crazy about great white, Seth, is I did a mission down to South Africa. As a matter of fact, Cape Town. And one of our birds was down there and struck a pole at the airport. And the FCC that was there had to get back. So they sent me down there to fix it. So when I got down there, luckily my parts were already there. So once I fixed the plane, I was pretty much free to live my life until we was ready to roll. Anyway, to make a long story short, there's a swim with the great whites tour in Cape Town, where they take you out and they put you in the Jaws cage and put you underwater where there's nothing but, and my buddy was like, hey, you want to go swim with the great whites? I'm like, no, like, do you not know who I am? No, not doing that. No, that is far from, I like to test waters and stuff here and there, but there are just some things I feel like a human shouldn't be that close to a great white. But that's me.
Bluebird 770, where are you headed?
Right, buddy, anybody. Hey, buddy, I put it like this. They started exploring the waters way before outer space. And they got to what? 3-5%? It was like, yeah.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa New Orleans approach, contact Houston Center on 124.7.
Going to 1247, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa, good day.
Houston Center, this is Citation 84 Juliet, climbing to 16,000, flight level 430, heading 324 for Hardy Andrews. Thank you, Houston. Altimeter 29907, 84 Juliet.
Houston Center, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is flight level 4000.
American 452, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa, Houston Center. Good morning, Gonzales, altimeter 30.12.
United 1643, Houston Center, descend and maintain flight level 170.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that. Ain't nobody playing with that underwater stuff. 40 meters
American 25
at 30 kilometers offshore.
Flight level 900.
Man, you was out there with the Kraken, man. There ain't nobody doing that. Oh, right, exactly.
Piper 1202, say last transmission.
Identification is key.
Piper 202, contact New Orleans approach on 123.85.
Cave diving?
Over to 123.85, Piper 202.
I've been in a few caves. Ain't nobody cave diving. I done watched too many documentaries and you know, hey, to each his own. That's a different type of lifestyle for me. Hey, how's it going, 4-2? Alan, what's up, man? Oh, nice, chasing crayfish. Oh, so you did get the frame gem mod. That's awesome, man. Beautiful. I love it. Glad to see you in, Al. How things going? I'm German. I got that export. Hey, Val, let me tell you something. You know, the exploration is a beautiful thing. I'm not saying that I don't explore. All I'm saying is you have to have boundaries when it comes to these type of things, man. Like, you just can't be out here. Like, for instance, there is this guy on Facebook, and he shoots videos of, I guess,
Houston Center, good morning.
Either the Amazon. He says it's the Amazon.
Houston Center.
I don't know if it's actually the Amazon or not. And he literally just be walking through there in like the middle of the night, like running into like poisonous spiders and snakes and like why?
American 6823, Houston Center, Roger. Altimeter 2994.
Howard, what it do, man?
Direct turtle. Descend and maintain
Good to see you.
until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 11
You
approach.
think a physical sim or VR? Okay. So I have played with VR, not flight sim specifically, but I've done some VR gaming. It is a very, very interesting way to play flight sim, I would say. I really think that is a question that you have to ask yourself, like what is considered immersion to you, you know? I know there's a lot of guys that do VR and they love it. I would say that VR is the cheaper route in a sense. I mean, I don't know exactly how much the VR headsets are, like which one's the greatest or you know the best or whatnot. But from my understanding, you know, you have your basic controls, and you got your headset, and I mean they've gotten real fancy with it to where you can actually be in VR, but then it blends into your actual whatever setup you have, so you can actually see your hands grabbing switches and things like that, but you're in VR. So for me personally though, I would say a physical sim with wraparound TVs or a full wraparound projecting like 3 projector screen type setup. I think it's just, this is about as real as it get, in my opinion, because I can look left, I can look forward, I can look right, I can actually look back. Like my window, even though my window stops, my TV goes past the edge of my little window frame, so I can actually look back even further. So, and then the physical touches of the switches and, you know, the buttons, and I feel like this is the best way. But like I said, I mean, you're going to spend more money on this side building one, but I feel like the payout is better than VR. That's my opinion. Yeah, see, matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, Says. Okay, I have a question to ask you. So, everybody's always pick on Australia, right? Because y'all have some of the most gargantuan creatures. Like what is it in the Australian waters that make every living creature quadruple the size of what it should be? Like, why are your spiders, like, they can take their legs and like wrap it around the top of Mount Everest? Why does your bats, why are they the same size as me? Like, I'm not understanding this. Why is there this snake crawling? And it's not a little snake. This snake is visible from 44,000 feet in a 747. Why is this snake stretching across somebody's rooftop trying to get into a tree? What is it? I want to come to Australia. I want to come to Sydney, you know, and explore. I've never been to Australia. I've always had that on my to-do list. But every time I turn around, y'all have...
American 757.
Like, okay,
Roger.
no lie. There's these spiders that I keep on seeing on Facebook. And the Australians be acting like it's a normal day, like, dude, like they're in the house. Like, I guess they don't hurt or they don't harm you, but they, like, y'all really be having that over there for real? I use a MetaQuest 3 for flight sim 99% of the time now, and it feels like I'm sitting in the plane. Oh, okay. Well, hey, I mean, if VR works for you, 4.2, then rock with it, man. Yeah, it says, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got your pros and cons to either one. Like, I think it's whatever fits you. You know, there's no right or wrong answer to that. Well, hey, what kind of blood do Australians have? Man, like, y'all have a certain scent or something? Because I need to learn it, because if I catch an Australian around me on this side of town, I'm going to have to tell them to go on somewhere with that.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa, Houston Center, contact Baton Rouge, approach on 120.3.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
You can close out our IFR. Negative, Houston Center, you can cancel our IFR.
Well, that's the whole point, Glenn. I don't want the snakes across. I don't want to be nowhere near that. I don't want to see it.
And maintain flight level 430.
Snakes run. Okay, so out of all the creatures, I don't have to worry about snakes, but I'm still talking about these human bats that y'all got. Like, let's talk about that. And I think they're fruit bats too. Do you have a butt kicker? I do not have a butt kicker yet. 4.2. I am working on that. I'm trying to figure out which one. I don't know if I actually want to spend the money on the true authentic butt kicker or use an alternative, which are pretty much transducers, and just feed them that way, which are way cheaper because butt kickers are like what, $300-400 depending on which one you get. There's some I could buy a pair of transducers with the audio amp that goes with it for like $100. So that is on the plan of things to pick up for the sim. Taipan tiger snake. What? Wait a minute. What? See, this is what I'm talking about. What is a tiger snake? What are we getting here? Why am I getting... Huh? What are you talking? Yeah, I'll look into that one and see.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa Houston Center, contact Baton Rouge, approach on 120.3.
Going to 120.3, Bonanza 424, Republic Day. What is a I gotta look this up. Baton Rouge approach, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa's flight level of 4,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa, Baton Rouge approach. Good morning, Port Allen altimeter 30.09er.
Alaskan 36, 21 Baton Rouge approach cleared for the RNAV runway 20 approach into New Orleans.
Is it alright if I get the RNAV for runway 11, please, for Alaskan 3621?
Look, I can't deal with the little bitty spiders we got over here in North Carolina, let alone I'll pass out. Let me walk down the street of Australia and see something. I don't do good with stuff like that. Oh, Lord. I mean, I think... hey, look, I would go a few rounds with a kangaroo now.
Roger, General 573.
Delta 8 Bravo Sierra. Contact Houston Center on 124.7.
Oh.
Clear to airspace. Can you break the field? Descend by discretion. Contact tower.
So is that one, is that tiger snake, is that poisonous? Or is it just more so like, I mean, it sounds like something that can do a human harm. Wait, you have snakes in your house? Wait, hold on, see, I can't even talk straight. Alan, you have snakes in your house? Toads. The only time I've ever seen scorpions was when I was in the desert. Now, I'll tell you something, if you've never seen one before that'll make you sick to your stomach, it's a camel spider. Oh my goodness. Them things is, ugh.
Skyhawk 12 Delta, what's your
Those things are hideous.
We are 8 miles out to the east. Skyhawk 12 Delta.
Skyhawk 12 Delta.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's a good thing.
Port Allen altimeter 29.901.
You know, there's some creatures out here that they just want all the smoke. And it just looks like everything in Australia just wants to smoke. Yeah.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa, Baton Rouge approach. Contact Houston Center on 126.35.
I'm not sure what you mean by what's my final. Sorry for the confusion, Scala 12 Delta.
Going to 12635, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day.
What you mean by?
Houston Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa's flight level 4000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Houston Center. Good morning, new roads, altimeter 30.09er.
Southwest 3361 Houston Center, roger. Southwest 3361 Houston Center, descend and maintain flight level 070.
So, 4-2, what I did was I extended the shaft out so that I can hide the actual yoke is, or the, you know, the bigger part of the yoke, the base of it, behind the panel. But if I left the yoke connected to its original length, I wouldn't have been able to have any type of pitch, or I'd have had a little bit of roll, but not much, but pretty much no pitch. So what I did was I just added like a little sleeve and just drilled a screw in, and I found a piece of pipe, which is not even really a pipe. Actually, it's a drawer handle that I found that kind of matched about the same size, and then just tapped into it and extended it. Luckily, you know, with the honeycomb, that, you know, it powers by the pigtail, so I didn't have to extend no wires or nothing. You know, just stretch that out a little bit. So that's how I did that.
Over tower, 118.45. Houston Center, Alaska 36.
Pythons are called carpet snakes, which are fine to keep the mice and rest on. Well, okay, so here we have two different types of snakes that are pretty common in our area. One of them is a king snake, and another one is a black racer, if I remember correctly. Those two snakes are harmless to us, and you know they're good for rodent, you know, keeping rodents down and all of that good stuff. So normally when I see them, I kind of let them be. Now, as far as what we have poisonous wise, at least in my area, we have water moccasins, we have cottonmouths, well, cottonmouth and that is the same. We have eastern diamondbacks, rattlesnakes, and what's the other one? Copperheads. There we go. Cottonmouth and water moccasins is the same thing. Copperheads. So copperheads, water moccasins, and eastern diamondback rattlers. Now, the eastern diamondbacks, from where I am on the coast, they are here, but most of them you will find on base in the heavy wooded areas. I think the last time I've seen a rattlesnake out here in the city was back when I was in middle school. So that, and then a bunch of legless lizards, which, whatever, it's a snake to me, but it's technically a legless lizard.
FedEx 300, heavy roger, maintain flight level 350. Houston Center, Air Force 1986, checking in with you, flight level.
Oh, well, that's a good way to keep your mom out there. Ain't no way in the world. If I know you got a snake in the house, I'm not coming in. That's just what it is.
Baton Rouge departure, Airport 1986.
Okay, so our copperheads here, Glenn, they, for the most part, copperheads are, they're passive aggressive, I guess you could say. I mean, you know, you do your thing, I do mine. I stay out of the way, you stay out of my way, and we keep it moving. But if you make me feel like you trying to do something, and this is the funny thing, because copperheads don't really move that fast anyway, but what they will do is their next defense until they attack is they'll turn around and they'll open their mouth up, and then they'll slowly crawl to you like, leave me alone. My 60-inch zero turn has chopped up many copperheads these last few seasons. I don't play with poisonous snakes. I don't give you a chance. And I mean, it's not that, you know, I don't want to kill, you know, or shall I say unalive, any creature. But at the end of the day, it's for my protection and for my clients' protection, their kids, you know, things of that sort. So, you know, you should have stayed in the woods. You shouldn't have been in the person's backyard. Now, water moccasins, them jokers will chase you. They will chase you. A Huntman spider last year on my car dashboard. Is that one of those big ones that I'm always seeing on Facebook, Seth? Snakes are protected series there. All snakes? Now I know if you want to have a life sentence, then kill a goose over here. Kill one of them jokers and watch how fast your life turns upside down. If anything, between that and of course the bald eagle, a lot of birds are protected. Outside of that, hey, get it how you live. I remember living in Germany. The bees are protected, and what was crazy was the house that I was living in off base, these bees had built a whole nest like inside the walls, and I had contacted my landlords and they had came over, and I showed them, like, look, these jokers are all over the house. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what's going on. But what we gonna do about this, because I can't sleep in here with these bees. I got popped a few times, and they was like, well, the bees are protected, so we can't tell you to. We just gonna say, hey, what they don't know won't hurt.
2123 Mike Charlie Baton Rouge approach contact Houston Center on 127.85.
The pitch 42, it is, it's not like stiff like, I don't know if you ever use like a SciTech yoke or a CH yoke, like where it has spring tension. Like, it is definitely, I mean, it has more tension on pitch than roll, which that's pretty much any yoke you have. But it's not like you have to really fight with it. I feel like I feel like with the Alpha, you have more control with it. But it is a lot stiffer than your roll, though. Not quite as big as my hand, but a fair size. And what's the purpose of this thing? Wolf spiders. Oh yeah, we got plenty of those over here. Our biggest ones here in the south, though, are banana spiders and brown recluse. But y'all have everything over there.
FedEx300 heading
Who is going to
Center,
tell
Roger.
me about the human-sized bat? I'm waiting for answers.
Houston Center.
What is up with the human-sized bat over
We'd
there?
like to go direct to Mike Echo Tango Golf Tango.
FedEx300 heavy cleared direct MedGT.
Houston Center, American 1977, with you, flight level 350.
American 1977 Houston Center, Roger.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was Australia. It is. I want to say it's a fruit bat. And I want to say it was actually Australia because somebody took a picture of this thing, and this joker was literally human size. Like he was hanging upside down, but he was like my size. I mean, I ain't that big, but a bat shouldn't be looking at me eye to eye. Like that's drop bears. How spiders, mosquitoes get on site except yeah, nobody really mess with daddy long legs. If anything, I try to let him out the house. Every insect in the house though, you gotta go. You ain't got a chance. Spiders, you're outside of daddy long legs. Every spider, you can get it. Drop bears. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've never heard of a drop bear before. All I know is I seen this picture and this dude was literally standing next to this thing and it looked like Jeepers Creepers. That's exactly what it looked like. But it was a bat. So, or at least what I think is a bat. Flying foxes, they are a type of bat. Okay. But I mean, a flying fox, but they don't really get that big though. I mean, I'm talking like this thing is literally, from a picture, it looked like it's like 5 foot at least, between 5 and 6 feet long, and that's not including the wingspan. That's just its body. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, Says, if I ever get a chance to get over there, I promise you, I'll be looking for y'all, because I'm gonna need all the protection. Ooh, Jesus. Cause if, no, it's good, man. Y'all have a gorgeous place of dwelling. There's so many neat things over there I would like to get my hands on. It's just so far away. Hey, as long as y'all got as long as I have 24/7 coverage and protection, hey, what do y'all charge? Let me know so I can start saving. Oh yeah, hey, you let me know when you coming on this side of town if you ever get a chance to make it over here, and I'll let you know. And even if you don't come to North Carolina, that's cool too. Just let me know where you're trying to go explore, and I can get you in connection with the right people, or if it's somewhere I've already been, I can let you know the do's and don'ts and where to go and where not to go. If you ever want to go to Cali, whatever money you bring, all I can say is double your money. That's one thing I can say. California is expensive, and what's crazy is you'll spend most of your money in parking alone. than you do anything else. There's no private parking. Everything is pay to park. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to. Yes, sir, Seth, anytime. I'm gonna Google that thing I'm talking about, that large human bat, and I'm gonna post it in Seth's Discord, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do that after this flight, cause y'all got about what, 4 hours before y'all start your stream. Oh, you just Googled it. It's the giant golden crown flying fox. But why? Whether it's a bat or a fox, why? Why are foxes flying? I ain't never seen. Look, the foxes that I see around here are smaller than your average dog. Like they look like between a fox and the coyotes. They look like a puff version of a German Shepherd over here. 5.5 foot wingspan. I just don't get it. Nothing is normal in Australia. Nothing. Hey, Glenn, man, listen, if you it's even worse now. And what's crazy about the US, like they are, I think some places have already implemented that being homeless is now considered illegal. But it's like, okay, so where do I go if I have nowhere to go? So it's like they're trying to clean up the streets and kick the homeless off the streets, but they have nowhere to go. Like, it's bad. I remember when me and my wife, we went out to Cali to see my friend retire from the military, and you know, that was our first time in Cali, like in Cali. So, you know, we was out there in LA, and I have never seen so many homeless people in one area ever in my life. Like, you know, I see homeless people throughout, you know, various parts of the country, but not to that degree. And I mean, so for people to go to work but have no place to stay, that's sad, man. I couldn't do Cali. I couldn't do it. Like, I feel like once you go see like the main attractions, like, y'all can have that side of the world. Oh, the flying foxes from the Philippines? Yeah, well, they're not no better. They have crazy stuff too. I remember when I was in, where was I at? I was in, I think I was somewhere in Kenya at a non-disclosed location, doing a very, very important mission. And first off, we had to fly low. Now we're in a C-130 now. Oh no, we're definitely not free. You're right about that, buddy. We not free at all. They can tell you that, blow smoke up your tail. Freedom is. But anyway, we had to drop down like 100 feet and buzz the airstrip. to get all the wildlife off the runway so we can land, right? So we cross the airstrip, we get all the giraffes and monkeys and stuff off the airstrip, we land. And we unload our pallets, and we pick up the remainder pallets that was coming back. And for the first time in my life, I threw up in my mouth. That there are these, I don't know if they were millipedes or if they were centipedes, but all I know is these jokers had to been every bit of about 1 foot to 1.5 foot long. I would say at least 1 inch to 2 inches thick. And this joker was a dark black, blue, purple color. So if it gives you an idea of where we was at in Kenya, we was out there somewhere. And they loaded these pallets back up on the plane, and I'm like, what? That's, I said, them jokers right there, they're not on the inventory. Why are these need to get off the plane. Look, if this plane break down, this plane just gonna be broke where it's at. I'm not getting on this plane and working on this plane knowing that these creatures are up here. Oh my, I have never in my life. And it sounded like a rock when you kick them. Alright, hey Al, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping in. And I'll be catching up with y'all later. Yeah, see, Val, I haven't flown enough in 2024 to really see all the fauna and stuff. I've never flown a small plane before. I have, however, flown a C-130. I used to work on C-130s when I was in the military. And when I became a flying mechanic, is what we call it, FCC, I got in real good with all my pilots, and they all knew that, you know, like I always wanted to be a pilot. Things just never really worked out that way for me, which is fine. But I've always had a passion for aviation, and so I actually started. I had built a 747 sim, and I actually got it's like 2 or 3 videos. They're like the oldest videos on my channel. Like those are dated back to like 2000, I think 2009, 2010, 11, somewhere around there. So if y'all not seen that, go check that out eventually, and you'll see like that was the start of my first sim build. And so, you know, fast forward, you know, all of my pilots knew because I was always showing them videos of my sim, and you know, I was always asking questions and what is this and how do you do that, and you know, I would let them know that I know what I'm talking about. I just need, you know, some pointers. And so every once in a while, one of my pilots will let me fly. I'll get a little bit of stick time in. My best one yet, though, I did a mission to Turkey. It was an overnighter trip, and it was at the time, my aircraft commander, it was his Finney flight. He was coming back stateside after that, and the co, he was a new dude, like he was fresh off the ship. So we had went out to eat that night, and my AC was just like, "You gonna fly us home tomorrow? I just don't really feel like doing nothing." I took it as a joke. Yeah, I'll fly. He said, "All right, cool." He said, "You got it tomorrow." Man, we get to the plane. You know, I'm doing my pre-flight checks, making sure everything is good. I'm unplugging, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and as an FCC, you got to be all systems qual. So, you know, I know how to run engines. I know how to everything. I can do all of that. So they get engines cranked, you know. Now I'm just standing in the back, you know, looking out the window or whatever. Then my AC was like, "Hey, Chief," he's like, "I need you up front." I'm thinking something wrong. I go up to the deck. He's like, "Hop in." I'm like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Yeah, I was very serious." And so I was like, "All right, cool." So I hopped in the right seat, and he taxied us out to the runway, and that was it. It was my controls. So we took off, and from Turkey back to Germany is like about a 7-hour ride, 7-8 hour ride. And well, actually no, I'm thinking Greece. I think Turkey's more like a 5-hour ride. Anyway, nonetheless, so we climb out. I think we climb out to like 28,000, and I put it on autopilot. He looked over at me. I looked over at him. He was like, "You seem to know what you're doing?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I got a control." He was like, "All right, I'm taking a nap. You got the comms." I literally flew this plane pretty much from Turkey all the way down to top of descent back into Germany, and then that's when I kind of had to move, which obviously understandable. But yeah, that was my, I think my biggest, you know, time actually flying a real aircraft. And I wouldn't, wow, why did my light fall? It just bust me in my head. Don't do that. See what I'm talking about? My plane is attacking me. I guess my bad, baby, my bad. You still my number one. You ain't gotta attack me though. Yeah, so I will never forget that. Never. We're not doing too bad. We got 11 knot, about 11 knot tailwind. Beautiful. What's our ground speed right now? 176. Not too bad. Says, man, look, you know, I found out that my home terminal here actually has a flight school. It may have been around maybe a few years, but it hasn't been around that long, because I used to, when I really wanted to get my PPL, I was looking, and the closest one I think was like 2 hours away. But nonetheless, they have a flight school now, and I've been debating on whether or not I want to do my discovery flight. I kind of want to do it just so that I can say I've actually flown a small one, and then I can actually compare it, you know, from whatever kind of GA they have out there, and then bring it back to the sim and then see what's the difference outside of the motion, you know. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't seen a 177. I'm gonna get around to do it eventually, Glenn. It's like I said, it's another one of those to-do list kind of things. But see, I know how I am. Yeah, 4-2. That's what I'm saying. Like I know once I get my hands on one of those aircraft out there, nothing else is gonna matter to me. My whole, like, my whole life is gonna be dedicated to getting my PPLs. You know what I'm saying? So I want to. I gotta do it though. I gotta do it, and I feel like I know once I do it, I know I'm gonna be within arm's reach of getting my PPL from that point. It probably won't be right afterwards, but I know it would definitely push me harder to go and get them. And you know what, Glenn? You know, that right there is another reason as to why I kind of, and me and Seth was talking about this the other day, as far as upgrades and stuff like that. And I think I think that's just gonna push me to do it. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do next is get the Brunner yoke and the Brunner rudder pedals, the force feedback setup. Because, you know, with those are next to the real thing. You know, that is top of the line equipment for simulation. And I mean, to actually have the rudder pedals and the yoke at the same time. Yeah, it won't be the real thing, but it is definitely gonna be different than the spring loaded, or even the bungees. Either way, it's spring loaded. If and when I do my PPLs, best believe it is going to be recorded. That is a no-brainer right there. I will be recording. This channel will not die. And it will still be CardboardSim. So don't you worry about that for too. And see, that's another, Glenn, another reason, you know, I'm just sitting here just thinking with the force feedback system, especially Brunner, and I think FlightSim system does it too. But when you trim your aircraft out, it's the yoke is trimmed out as well. Versus, you know, with our yokes where we are just you know, spring loaded, so we're trimming out, but our yoke is still in the same position. And that's not how that works. I will keep that trick in mind there, Glenn. I appreciate that, Jim. So you got your PPL, Glenn? Or you a full-time pilot? 4-2. Normally my streams are around an hour. Unfortunately, this one was longer because I had to stretch it out through Texas to get myself set up for Oklahoma. So it was either going to be a short day tonight or a long day tomorrow. Either way, one was going to be long. So I had to stretch it out. But it's normally about an hour. Just for future reference. Nice, Glenn. Hey, 4-2, I appreciate you stepping in, man, and hanging out with me tonight. I'll catch up with you hopefully tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. We'll be headed to Oklahoma. Are you gonna keep on progressing in your licenses, Glenn? Or you pretty much gonna ride it out from PPO with instrument rating? Oh boy, we are working on it. Hey, that's fine, man. You don't have to explain yourself. But I'm here 10 o'clock 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time every night. So even if you just pop your head in for a few minutes, that's cool too, man. I appreciate your support, man. Cool, man. You get yourself some rest. I'll holler at you on the next one, man.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Houston Center on 126.905.
Going to 126.905, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day. Houston Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa's flight level 4000.
4000. American 1104, Houston Center, good morning.
Okay.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa, Houston Center. Good morning, Anacoco, altimeter 30.06.
Man, ooh. So how long, like, how many hours do you have to fly to stay current? And like, what's the time frame?
1021 Super Houston Center, good
Like,
afternoon.
is it a every 12-month kind of thing? As long as you have X amount of hours in the air, or to keep your ratings going without having to retest or something like that. Sus is alright, man. No worries. I know y'all got y'all big flight here in a little bit. I'm gonna try my best to stay up. That puts me at 3 o'clock in the morning here. It's 2 years for biannual and 12 months for instrument currency. Okay, so that's not too bad, I guess. Now, as far as so as far as staying current with your instrument, is it just like a cross-country run? Is it some touch and goes? Like some, I don't know. I'm learning. I know it's a lot different in the real world than simming, which I try to keep it as close to the real thing as possible.
United 1544, climb and
Right, because
flight level 300.
you right about that, Howard, because Seth's be going in.
You just gave me clearance to climb and maintain flight level 390, United 1544.
3 passenger current, you need to do
United 1544, contact
3
Houston Center
instrument
on
approaches, takeoffs,
127.85.
for IFR, and 3 takeoff and maintenance for day. Okay. So that's not too bad. I would think, you know, I mean, as far as like a 12-month span, so as long as you could knock out the daytime in one day and the nighttime in another, I guess, depending on the price of renting the plane and fuel and all that good stuff. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. So under your instrument rating, you still have the different approaches that you have to stay current on. It's not just go out here and do 3 IFR approaches and call it good. Okay. And I mean, as far as that goes, that's pretty much all the things that you do when you get your PPO from the beginning, right? I guess, you know, as far as getting your normal, to test out to get your PPOs. So whatever you do then to get your initial, it's pretty much the same thing you do for your biannuals. Okay, so and the instructors that goes up with you, I'm assuming those are, what do you call them? What do you call these? I hear it all the time. CFI.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Houston Center, contact Fort Worth Center on 126.275.
Going to 126.275, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day. Houston Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa's flight level 4000.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Why are you gonna tell me to descend and maintain? I'm already at 4,000.
Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa fly heading 002 vectors for the RNAV runway 5 approach.
Australia, that would be head instructor of a flight school. Chief flight instructor.
Cleared for the RNAV 5 approach.
Ah, okay.
Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa contact Shreveport approach on 119.9er.
But in essence, it's the same thing though, right?
Contact Shreveport approach on 119.9er, 172 Sierra Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, altitude restrictions canceled.
Roger, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. That's interesting. So then there's no need for me to say flight level then, is what you're saying. So I should just say my altitude. Because I know 18,000 is transition. But that's when you actually say flight level. It's kind of throwing me off now. Maintaining for okay. So when I switch over to different ATC freaks, I just say Houston Center call sign and maintaining 4,000, I guess. So something in the lines of, I guess, Houston Center, Bonanza 424, when you pop up maintaining 4,000. I guess is that what? That's how I should say it.
United 510 Fort Worth Center climb and maintain flight level 320.
Ah, okay.
Maintain flight level 320, United 510. Fort Worth Center, V808, 390.
So, I got you. All right, cool. Thanks for that, Jim. Yep, I will incorporate that from now on. Not bad. Yeah, I really want to, I mean, even through the gadgets and the aesthetics and the immersion of the sim, I really want to use it for the purpose of really simming. You know, I know a lot of guys who, you know, I watch their channels, I forums and Facebook groups and things like that. And
77. Good morning, flight level 390.
And I mean, it's not to pick on anybody or talking about anybody, nothing like that, you know. But I'm really about this sim life, you know. This isn't just a game to me. This is another part of me. So I take great pride and passion with it. So I try to keep it as, you know, to the level of what I know, as serious as possible. And that's why I have the programs. That's why I don't mind spending the extra money a month on subscriptions on certain programs, because they're helping me learn how to really do this thing. Because who knows, maybe one day I will go get my PPL, and by utilizing this piece of cardboard that I have built in my home, it will already give me a few steps ahead of, you know, the game. So yeah, I'm all about learning and being corrected on whatever it is I'm doing wrong. So if you hear me doing something wrong, please feel free to correct me, Glenn. I would be highly appreciative of that. Yes, that's that, man. Shoot, he's been getting me. He's been dropping knowledge on me for the last few minutes, man. I'm definitely gonna keep him in the pocket. like, you know, I have like the basics down, you know, as far as navigating myself, like, you know, following a flight plan, you know, chasing the heading bug, you know, altimeter, you know, my speed, my vertical speed, understanding the purpose of the vertical speed. I mean, as far as aircraft, I know an aircraft. I mean, I worked on it for 10 years. But it's little things like, which I'm pretty sure you have to learn that to get your PPLs anyway. But like, when it comes to like VORs, like I really want to learn more about VOR and, you know, back course and all of that, because right now I only have my CDI. So technically I would really need another VOR. I would need a VOR gauge, right? And whatever that other gauge is, to another course gauge, I guess you could say, to be able to do VOR and back course and all that. See, I have an understanding of what they do. I mean, because VOR to VOR is just pretty much it's a point to point, if I remember correctly. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm learning all of that. So I didn't know that CDI was or connects to the VOR. I mean, of course, and that would be based off of the radio frequencies, right? That you plug in. Wow, y'all started at 10,000. So, okay, so on the 750, it switches my CDI from GPS to VLOC, which my VLOC is for IFR approaches, if I remember correctly. So pretty much my glide slope. Now I have an OBS function that changes itself and does this weird stuff that it's about to do right now, which I need you to go back to direct. You should be going right on back. Okay. VLOC is VOR. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. So the VOR is the nav aid for the localizer. See? Learning something. Okay, so since I have a CDI in my sim, then technically I don't need a VOR steam gauge, because I can just use the CDI. So then why do like I noticed with Cessnas, like the steam gauge, like 172s, it's like they got like double gauges for things. I mean, is that because the navigation is older, so it's not like a GNS, 530 and a GNS 430 in the system, which pretty much takes over all of that, so it doesn't need all those extra gauges, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I like oh, okay, I got you. More mechanical. Gotcha. So CDI is pretty much like the upgraded, like they pretty much took everything and just put it into one gauge. Yeah, okay. See, that's a lot of stuff that SES got over there with the that G1000 suite. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, the 750, this is what I want to do, and I don't. And what happened? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, what happened to Shade Tree Sim? Haven't heard from him in a while. I need to check on him. He did a panel for the 750 and the 650. And he had sent me the STL file, but for some odd reason I can't get it to. I can't get my printer to. It doesn't like the file for whatever reason. But he did a 750 650 combo, and that's something that I want to do. So I might have to try to figure out how to make my own. Because one thing that spooks me, and I know it's just sim, but in my mind, like in real life, this is a bad situation. So as I'm getting close to, say, you know, my hold on a second, what's going on here? Why are you not tracking? There we go. Veering off course there for a minute. What's your problem? So as I'm getting close to my destination, you know, I normally try to wait until I'm about maybe 30 nautical miles out, and then I'll tune into ATIS. But the problem is I only have one comm to function on. So when I switched over to ATIS, I have no communication with ATC at that moment. And there could be something important that needs to be said to me while I'm trying to pull up ATIS. That's why I want to have two comms running, so that I can monitor, you know, I can still monitor one, which is whatever ATC freak I'm on, and then I could throw, you know, the second comm onto the 650 so I can listen to ATIS. But I was talking with another good friend of mine, Larry. He's not necessarily retired from flying, but he's been in business for a long time. And he was saying that, you know, running multiple comms can get confusing. That's why it's good to just have one. But then I'm like, okay, well, if it's just having one comm, I wonder if I gotta figure out a way. Like, I wonder if this 750, can I monitor, because it gives me the option to have two monitors, but my thing is, how do I go about listening to both of them? Like, how do I know that I'm like, how can I listen to COM 1 and COM 2? I don't know. I gotta look that up.
34.025 here, 510 today.
Yeah, see, you know, America just be weird like that. Like everything is so.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo Fort Worth Center, Roger.
I don't think that should be a good. I don't think it's a good idea. You should never have yourself in a situation where you can't be in direct contact with ATC. I mean, obviously VFR, you know, but you still have access to them in case of an emergency or something like that. And I mean, you know, switching over to ATIS, okay, it might take you a minute to run through, you know, what they're being said. You might have to repeat it because you missed the beginning or whatever, but that could be 1 minute that'll change your life forever. I just don't. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that 650 up and running in here. Right, and see that's what I want to do. Like I want my COM 1 to be ATC only. Let me see something real quick. How far are we out? We got 17 minutes to go. We 49 nautical miles out. It's been a nice little flight. So if I come in to my menu here, it's not where I want to go. Let's go back. Let me see. Utilities maybe? No, not in there. System. Alerts, backlighting. Yada. Audio. That's just that. Where is my trying to figure out map setup. Right. And you know the only reason why I use VFR flight following is just to have chatter, to talk. So I'm not just I think VFR will be real fun, but I think it'll get real boring. You're literally in the sky by yourself, which I feel like it's a gift and a curse, because you ain't got nobody holding your hand. You know, you just kind of go out there and you do your own thing, but then you're just out there doing your own thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at least with flight following, you know, I do have interaction with somebody. So, what is the split mode? Okay. Crew. But see, that's if I actually have. I still only have technically one set of radios. The 750 does not carry two sets of radios.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Longview approach on 124.275.
Going to 124.275, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day. Longview approach, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, maintaining 4,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo. Papa Longview approach. Good morning. Marion altimeter 30.03.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. When I first started building this sim, I originally started off with just the GNS 530. I was using the same tablet, and I had created all the buttons, and you know, dual encoders. I had all of that set up. And then when the BR-SIM Designs VTAL that I was flying, they dropped the 750 mod, and when I got wind of that and plugged that in, it was no turning back. And now, and that was using the PMS 50. Now I use the TDS GTN 750, which is actually Garmin, so it's pretty much scale to the real thing. I'm glad you said that, because I've been trying to figure out, do you repeat back the altimeter each time they, you know, the altimeter changes? So like if they call me in, let's say a minute from now, and said that, you know, altimeter is 3006, I still repeat 3006. Because I know that some guys don't do it. They just, you know, they get the altimeter and then they just change it or whatever, and they keep it moving. 3003 on the altimeter, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. Okay. So like right now I'm okay. Gotcha. So like right now I am, let's see. Huh. Okay. Learn something every day. So right now I'm 30 miles out, so I'm about to go ahead and pick up ATIS. I mean, technically I could just cancel VFR flight following, correct? But what would be the point in doing that when we're so close now? Let's see here. ATIS is 12625.
Regional Airport, information Romeo. 0353 Zulu. Wind 160 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 14. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3001. Arriving and departing runways 22, 13, 18. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Romeo.
Romeo. Okay. We have Romeo and oh, right. You are right about that, sis. You let me know, and I'll contribute. Let's go weather. Where are we at? Runways where I'm trying to go to. So looks like 22 is going to be our friend for today. We'll see if they give that to us. Long view approach, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is 22 miles southeast of Kilo Tango Yankee Romeo at 4,000. Looking for VFR to runway 22 full stop.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, cleared for VFR approach to runway 22 at Tyler Pounds Regional. Contact Tyler Tower on 120.1 when ready to land.
Cleared VFR approach for runway 22 at Tyler Pounds Regional. Contact Tyler Tower on 120.1 when ready to land. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Alrighty then. They are Delta Airspace. So at 4,000. But I need to start working my way down actually. Well, no. We're still 18 miles out. Well, it definitely looked like Texas. For sure. We are 16 nautical miles out. Should be seen in here in a minute. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop on down to we'll say 2,000, and we'll descend at 500 feet a minute.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Fort Worth Center on 135.25.
Twin Cessna Delta Lima Delta, contact Fort Worth Center on 135.25.
Contact Fort Worth Center on 135.25. Twin Cessna Delta Lima Delta.
Contact Fort Worth Center on 135.25, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa today. Yep, that's where I'm landing. I'm landing in Tyler. Well, tell your sister congratulations. I've driven through Tyler before when I used to drive trucks. Haven't spent too much time out in Texas though.
Pine Ridge Airport, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf here, requesting center to Mesquite Regional Airport.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Fort Worth Center. Turn left heading 060. Expect radar vectors from Mesquite Regional Airport KHQZ. Advise when you have the field in sight.
Heading 060 to Mesquite, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Fort Worth Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is through flight level 3,200 for 2,000. Inbound, runway 22, full stop.
American 1090 Fort Worth Center, roger.
I said flight level again.
American 1090 Fort Worth Center, descend via the Buree 2 arrival. Expect the
Is that a markdown on my
right approach into Dallas.
On my test?
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Fort Worth Center. Good morning, ARP altimeter 29.907.
2997, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa.
Sierra Papa Delta Lima Delta, Whitfield 6000.
Twin Cessna, Sierra Papa Delta Lima, Delta Fort Worth Center, roger.
Fort Worth Center.
Alright, we got the field.
703 at flight level 300. Inbound MIGDE. Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Tyler Pounds Tower on 120.1.
Going to 1201, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa, good day.
N60 823.
Tyler Pounds Tower, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is 2,500 for 2,000 inbound for runway 22 full stop.
And on my downwind.
Cirrus 1665. Enter left downwind for runway 3.
Exactly. I gotta break it down.
Bonanza 424 Romeo, Papa Pounds Tower, enter left base for runway 22.
Enter left base for runway 22, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa.
Clear to land.
Alright.
Runway 22 cleared to land. 7621 Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, wind 160 at 11, runway 22 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 22, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. Alright.
Bonanza 69er Delta Fly heading 129er, expect runway 18. Bonanza 69er Delta make straight in for runway 18.
Next departure, Golf Sierra Alpha, thank you.
Golf Sierra Alpha, pass your message.
Golf Sierra Alpha, hold short of runway 22.
Well, I definitely gotta unlearn
Alpha Sierra,
what I've
Golf Sierra
learned.
Alpha Pounds Tower, winds calm runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, so speed checks, gear down.
Tower, November 7A, holding short of runway 13 for VFR circuit.
And first notch of flaps coming in.
November 778 Pounds Tower, runway 13, line up and wait.
13, line up and wait, November 778.
778 winds calm, runway 13 cleared for takeoff, make left close, traffic report midfield downwind each circuit.
Tyler Tower, Golf Sierra Alpha.
Make sure I ain't got no tuber coming in.
For takeoff, runway 22, Golf Sierra Alpha, thank you.
Oh, it took me out the last time.
Golf Sierra Alpha, contact departure.
Second notch flaps coming in.
Tower, 5% 621 Papa, final for runway 4.
Piper 7621 Papa Pounds Tower, enter left downwind for runway 22.
Pounds Tower, 5%.
Now, Glenn, since they already gave me clearance to land, do I still need to make my call out that I'm turning final? Or do I just come on in?
Piper 7621 Papa Pounds Tower, winds 140 at 10, runway 13 cleared for takeoff. After takeoff, enter right downwind for a straight
Appreciate
out
that,
departure
Sess.
to the north.
It was a long one tonight, but I appreciate you guys who hung out with me all the way through it.
Clear to land, runway 36, Cirrus November 113. 1665, thank you.
Bonanza 69er Delta winds 170 at 16, runway 18 cleared to land.
500.
Lil
Bonanza
Wendy.
69er Delta winds 180 at 14, runway 18 cleared to land. RV27 Kilo, you're leaving my airspace.
I
Frequency
am
change
high.
approved.
Roger, for 27 Kilo.
Get down a little bit.
85 Charlie, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
I'm high.
Frequency change approved, 85 Charlie. Thank you.
Slip you in a little bit.
Pounds Tower, 5% 621 Papa.
There we
Final
go.
for runway 22.
We got her
1
back.
Papa runway 22 cleared to land.
Clear to land, for 7621 Papa.
Nice little crosswind here.
778. Say again your last transmission over. 778, runway 13, cleared for the option.
Come on.
Reporting on base flight.
There we
Diamond
go.
3 Mike Papa, contact departure.
Hold it. Alright, cool.
Tyler Regional Tower, Gulf Sierra Alpha, approximately 12 nautical miles
A
west
little windy.
of runway 18.
But we got her down though.
Descending to 5,000 feet, inbound.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching the ground on 121.9 Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Alright, let's stop here for a second.
Taxiway Charlie.
And we are on, what is this?
Gulf Sierra Alpha, ready for departure.
Foxtrot. Clean up.
Bonanza 69er Delta winds 150 at 17 runway 18, clear to land.
10 pounds, Alpha Sierra X-ray
That's not
Golf,
12.
currently in a west-based traffic pattern, ready for V.
Okay. Tyler ground, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is cleared, runway 22. Holding short on Foxtrot, looking for GA parking.
Departure on 128.75. Squawk 4734.
Gulf Sierra Alpha, maintain VFR at or below 5500, departure on 128.75, squawk 4734.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, pounds ground taxi to general aviation parking via Foxtrot, cross runway 13, then Alpha. Have a great day.
Foxtrot, cross runway 13, then Alpha, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. All right.
Bonanza 69er Delta taxi to land via Foxtrot.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, cross runway 13 via Foxtrot, then continue on Alpha to general aviation parking. Have a great day.
Gulf Sierra.
Cross runway 13 via Foxtrot, then continue on Alpha to general aviation parking. Have a good day. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Tyler ground, Gulf Sierra Alpha, requesting VFR flight.
Landing is drove. We are clear left and clear right.
Alpha Sierra Surrey Gulf Sierra Alpha pounds ground. Go ahead with your request.
Tyler ground,
Man, that wind is really blowing. Can't really keep this thing steady.
Gulf Sierra Kilo Beechcraft at pounds ground. Say again your last transmission.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Kilo, requesting taxi for VFR
okay. So it's really just right here in front of me, I
Gulf
guess.
Sierra Kilo taxi to runway 13 via Alpha contact tower on 120.1 when ready for departure.
Is this where we will end this ride for one day?
November 883 Mike Papa, IFR to Shreveport with November. Cleared to Shreveport via radar vectors to GGG, then is filed, climb and maintain 5,000.
There we go.
Departure
Welcome to Tyler, Texas, y'all.
1537. Good Mike Papa.
Diamond 3 Mike Papa.
We made it. We made it.
VFR flight following at or below 5,500 with information India.
Gulf Sierra Alpha.
made
On
it.
departure, maintain VFR at or below 5,500 feet. Departure on 128.75. Squawk 3554. Expect.
Woo. Cool, cool. All right, let me see what we got going on here. Says, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Glenn, usually if they cleared, you don't. Okay, cool. That's what I was thinking. I know for the uncontrolled, for uncontrolled and CTAF, you make your call outs. Now I noticed, like when some people do their call outs. Now as far as doing, your crosswind, your downwind, your base, your final. Now on departure, there's one question I do have with it. So let's say I'm departing out of here on runway 22. So, I would come in and say something in the lines of Tyler Pound traffic, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa's departing runway 22 to the northwest. And then I would climb out, and then I would give another call and say, you know, if I was making a crosswind, I'm turning, you know, left crosswind, runway 22, you know, due northwest or whatever. And then I guess once you, and it's like once you get to a certain point, it's like you make a final call. Because I did that on, I think my video I did yesterday. Because I hear guys do that. They'll say their location. Wow, you was gonna run right through me. They'll say final call. Now is that something that is that proper protocol, or is that just something that people have picked up and just kind of use as an extra for your call outs when you're on CTAF or, you know, uncontrolled? That wind blowing so hard the prop won't even stop. Okay, cool. So I don't have to say that. I just wanted to make sure that when I was actually making my call outs, that I was doing it how you're supposed to. So I don't have to say final call, but if I say final call, it's not a bad thing. No, I guess it's an American thing. I guess, you know, we like to be different for whatever reason. Okay. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's not a FAA standard, then I don't want to learn it. At least not now, because I want to get the basics. I want to be fluent in what it takes to get my PPL, you know, and stay current before I even get my PPL. So that's what I want to focus on. And yet again, you know, and that's why I like using flight following on these trips, because it's strengthening, you know, my brain process as far as being able to multitask, you know, having conversations with you guys, but still being able to monitor the radio and to remember the change to, and, you know, be able to regurgitate all that information back fluently. Because I know I still stumble on my inbound calls. I'm still working on that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. So any correction that I need to make now, I'd rather go ahead and start now before it gets too bad. Resource called the FARAIM is worth reading. I have not read it. I will definitely pick that up for sure. Appreciate that. Why is all these vehicles just... If it's not the airplanes trying to wipe me out on landing, it's the cars trying to take my wings out. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up. I appreciate that, Glenn, for sure. Yeah, that's a lot of good information. A lot of good information. So I think that'll be about it for this trip, fellas. I know y'all about to suit up here in a few hours. Well, really less than 3. And get y'all Route 66 on. I'm gonna go have me a nightcap and let that be what it is for the night. Tomorrow is Oklahoma. I'll probably just do Oklahoma City more than likely, cause there ain't nothing in Oklahoma anyway. So, but I got a touchdown in it, so we'll do Oklahoma tomorrow, and then from there we will we'll keep on pressing. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. That means a lot to me. I thought I'd be in here talking to myself after a while, knowing that it was going to be this long of a flight. So I definitely appreciate it. My gratitude to you guys. And we will catch y'all on tomorrow on our way to Oklahoma. Over at Needles, getting ready for nice. All right, says. Hey, I'm going to try to stay up and at least catch a smidge of you guys on takeoff on the stream. I won't make no promises though, but I'll do my best. Hey Glenn, I appreciate all the gems you dropped on me tonight, man. Much appreciated on that. Hey Val, good night, man. Or shall I say guten Abend. Hey Howard, thanks for hanging in there with me, man. Hey y'all take care of Sess over there. Y'all know, Sess get a little wild on the other side. Y'all keep his wings straight over there. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. It's CardboardSim signing out.